Hello, welcome to a bit of yoga with Katie. We're going to be focused on the lower body today, a little bit of kind of stretchy movement, a yoga practice, fairly short. Feel free to set up wherever you want to set up and come towards a seat here. And that can be any seat that you want to be in. You can be on a chair if you want to be on a chair. You can be on the ground or on your mat like I am today, cross-legged or whatever seat you need. Take a moment to bring your awareness to the present moment here, to bring that focus to the space that is around you. A practice of tuning in to the present moment and noticing all of those details. And as we do this, I'll give us a focus on the breath as well. So as always, you can stay with your natural breath in these practices, or I'll look to guide us through a slightly more focused or a conscious inhale and exhale. To begin with today, the inhale through the nose and the exhale through the mouth. If you're joining, let's find an inhale here together. And a long, slow exhale through the mouth. Breathing in together. Exhaling out. Taking 3 more, breathing in. Breathing out when you're ready. A breath in. And out. Breathing in. And breathing out. You're really welcome to repeat that pattern or closing the mouth, finding a slow breath in and out through your nose here. It's that rhythm of steadiness, finding your own pace this time. Breath in and out. Great. Maybe you close down the eyes for a moment. Maybe you stay just exactly as you are. From here, we're going to take our left leg out towards the side here. So let your left leg unravel. Mine is kind of off my mat slightly. And the right foot tucks in towards the edge of your thigh. You can have a gentle bend in the knee if that's helpful. Toe of your left foot pulls back towards you here. Think about sitting tall into this space. And then can you start to move your torso around towards your right knee? If it's helpful, you can bring your left hand around towards your right knee, your right hand somewhere behind you. We're going to take a stretch actually towards the extended leg. So your left hand stays where it is, but can the right hand reach up towards the sky and then over towards that opposite side? Maybe the palm of your right hand faces towards the sky to begin with here. You can keep your left hand where it is. You're really welcome to take your left hand along your left leg if that feels more helpful today. Just take a moment to be in this shape. Breath in and breath out here. And then can we bring our right hand all the way back down, taking the left hand again round towards the right knee. So adding a little bit of twist. See if you can look over your right shoulder. Keeping the sit bones grounded. So if your left hip starts to lift, see if you can keep that left side of your pelvis down towards the ground. And then coming back through to center. So this time we're looking forwards. The pelvis is facing forwards, both hands reaching up towards the sky. Maybe you pause here for a moment, think about that sense of lengthening upwards. And then can you let your hands and your torso lean forwards, and at some point bring your hands down towards the ground. You can be on fingertips, you can be on palms. If you want to go a bit lower, you can come down towards your forearms or let the elbows come down towards the ground. but go as far as it feels like you want to today. So maybe finding that kind of edge of stretchiness, particularly on your left leg. There also might be some stretchiness going on around the inside of your groin, maybe around your lower back. It's kind of depending where you hold that tightness. Again, taking a couple of breaths here. And then can we slowly roll back up to our seat? We're going to repeat that to the other side. So this time the right foot goes out to the side, the left foot tucks in towards your thigh. Think about pulling your right toe back towards you, sitting up nice and tall to start with, and then starting to turn to face your left leg. And again, if it's helpful, bring your hands around as well. So the torso is trying to face towards that right leg, or left leg even. One day I will get my lefts and rights correct. And then see if you can keep the torso facing to the left hand reaches to the sky, and then over towards the right. And again, today, let's think about pushing our palm up towards the sky. So we often have palm facing down. See what it feels to open the palm to sky. So that sense of rotating the shoulder back. You can have your right hand where it is. You can take your right hand along your leg if you prefer. Couple of breaths here. And then cartwheeling the hands around, so the left hand goes behind you, right hand finds your left knee, and again, can you twist here to look over your shoulder? See if some of that rotation can come from the torso, not just from your neck looking around. Again, if your right side of the pelvis is lifted, keep it grounded. So leaning back a little bit can sometimes be helpful here. Breath in and out in the twist. Foot still active. And then again, coming back to center. And as you find the center, reaching the hands up towards the sky again. Leaning forwards with your torso with your hands. Let your torso come forwards. Let your hands find the ground. And then again, just taking a couple of breaths here in this space too. You can let your spine round and your chin drop if you want to, or you can stay a little bit more tall and lifted like I am today, where I'm thinking about this straight line, roughly, from the base of my spine towards the top of my head. And then again, slowly rising back up. Great. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together this time. So bringing your right foot in to meet your left. And you can have this much closer to your groin, or you could have your feet a little bit further away from you. Again, personal preference. We'll take a bit of a kind of wriggle as we come in here. So you might lift your knees. Maybe you take a few kind of butterfly flaps of your knees here. You could wriggle your pelvis left and right. And in fact, let's be a little bit more focused about that as well here. So if you can draw the top of your pelvis round, forward, left, and then right. And then just taking that one more time in this direction. So circular movement, almost like in the bowl of the pelvis. And then reversing that movement here as well. 2 circles. Great. And then coming back through to center, I'm going to suggest having your hands down towards your ankles, your feet, or towards your shins. Think about sitting tall here, and you might already be feeling some sense of stretch on that kind of inside line of the legs. If you want more hamstringy stretch, take your feet a little bit further forwards. And again, use your hands to kind of tiptoe your fingers forwards to come into your fold here. And you don't have to go low. Again, see if you can kind of meet yourself on your mat today. Find the edge of where you need to be, and you can stay looking forwards, or you can let the chin drop, let the spine round, and let your head just kind of hang down towards the ground here. Listening into the legs and what it is that they need, taking a few rounds of breath here as well. Great. Use your hands to help you guide back up towards your seat. We're going to come around to our downward facing jog just one time today. So let your feet kind of swivel around towards one side, finding your tabletop, and then coming into your downward facing dog shape. So the toes tuck, the knees lift, sit bones go towards the sky. And just let yourself take that time to pedal out through the feet here. You don't have to be exact about this pose. Maybe just explore how it feels in your body today. Looking roughly towards your toes. We're going to take another 3 rounds of breath here. So you can keep wriggling, or you can find a moment of stillness and pause. Maybe there's still that gentle bend in the knees. Breath in and breath out here. Taking 2 more of those slow, steady breaths at your own pace. And then real slow, let your knees come down towards the ground. Let the toes untuck here, walking your hands back towards your thighs and sitting back onto your heels. So finding a little bit of hello to the front of your shins, maybe the front of your ankles. If this isn't comfortable, you can stay forwards instead. If you want a little bit more today, you could take your hands behind you, so coming either onto your fingertips or to your palms, and just let your torso lean back. We're going to think less about any kind of back bending here, more about keeping our shins and our knees on the ground, just extending that sense of lengthening down the front of the legs, maybe a little bit around the front of the pelvis as well here. I'm going to keep my chin tucked as well. Of course, you have the option to take your chin up towards the sky. Couple of breaths here. And then if your chin did go to the sky, let it tuck down, coming all the way forwards. We're going to come back to our seat here. So swiveling your legs to one side, does not matter which. And if we take our legs forwards here, we're going to take just our right leg out in front, and the left foot comes back in towards that inside leg. So we've almost been here before, but except from today, we're going to think this time even, we're going to think about focusing our pelvis forwards towards that front leg. So we were a little bit to the side earlier. This time we're going to take a forward fold over the front leg. And again, you can have a bend in the back of your knee. You could even place a bit of cushioning or a blanket underneath the knee here. Left knee is out towards the side. So if you can have your pelvis pointed forwards. On the inhale, let your arms reach up towards the sky. And on the exhale, reaching forwards rather than down first. And then let your arms kind of come down to support you in a place where you feel that sensation of stretchiness around the back of your leg. You might keep the toes actively pulling towards you again here. And again, you can choose this sense of looking forwards with the chest and with the chin, or you can let the chin drop down and let the spine round here. Maybe you even take a cat-cow between those 2 places. Breath in and out here. Great. Let yourself roll back up to center, and we're simply going to switch our legs around. In between, you might take a few circles of your ankles, and then keeping your left leg long, bringing your right knee in, so the sole of your right foot comes to the inside of your left thigh. Again, pelvis facing forwards. The inhale lifts the hands up towards the sky. The exhale, fold you over the shin or the leg. And again, you can choose that sense of drawing the chest and the chin forwards, or letting your spine round and tucking the chin here, so whichever you prefer. Let's take a few rounds of breath there. Coming back towards your seat. Let the legs go long again here. Maybe point and flex the toes, or take some circles around through the ankles. Fab. We're going to come back to our seat. So let yourself come towards whatever seat that you want to be in. Maybe the hands land again on the knees here, or let your hands land wherever they feel restful. Take a moment to retune in with all those things around you today. Thanking yourself for being with your practice today. And we'll close with a gentle nod or a bow. Thank you for joining. Bye.